What's up, guys? Blade Master here as usual, and here with another Total War Rome 2 battle replay. And this is actually the third time I'm commentating on this replay, but I actually don't even mind it because, um, well, I'll tell you soon. I have uh, installed a couple of new presets into my gem settings, and so I think my battle replays are going to look so much better now. I can already see there's a massive difference from regular gem and the SweetFX settings that I put on, and these are just ones that I configured myself, and it looks so much better. Um, I reduced the saturation a little bit, so while the colors are, they're still as colorful as before, the snow doesn't look as pronounced, and the whites aren't as white, so it makes for a bit more, like a grittier, darker type of feel, which I really like. So this battle is between me and Grand Champ, and in this one I've taken Suebi and he's taken Parthia. A very similar battle was fought between me and Reptilicus very recently, about a couple of days ago, and he's uploaded that on his channel with his amazing replay, his amazing commentary skills as usual, and I've put a link in the description below. So why have I brought Suebi? Because I think Suebi 2.0 can be a pretty decent Parthia counter, and despite well, I'm not going to say anything besides that. I think they're a pretty decent counter, and this is the build that I've brought. I brought two Kimberly Bowwomen. I brought three Round Shield Swordsmen behind them. I've brought a holy balls ton of spears. I've brought total of two spear wall, two spear women, and one Woden spear gen, and two Knight Hunters, um, four Germanic Scout Riders, and two Noble Riders, and finally one Hexbearer unit. So, what has he brought? He's brought a very capable army. He's brought one Mercenary Sarmatian Horse Archer, a total of three Eastern Cataphracts, two Noble Blood Cav, a Royal Cataphract Gen, two Eastern Spearmen, three Parthian Swordsmen, two Persian Light Archers, and a Parthian Foot Archer, and finally an Indian War Elephant. Um, so why have I brought so many Javelin Cavalry? Well, the only reason that I brought so many of them is so that I can bait his Noble Blood Cavalry like I'm doing now. And what am I going to bait them into? One, my Night Hunters over here, but two, I would try and bring them as close to my spear line as possible so that I can close the gap with them easily. So what he's doing is he's trying to catch my Kimberly Bowman, who seem pretty unguarded, but I intercept them with one of my other Germanic scouts and bring a Night Hunter to help out in this battle. So these guys are going to get crushed pretty easily. Here it's a very similar thing. His Eastern Cataphracts are chasing my Germanic scouts, and I catch them with one of my Night Hunters and bring a Noble Rider as well to support. These Noble Blood Cavalry are going to get smashed very soon, and they've already they've already routed. Let me see, yeah, over here. So those Noble Blood Cavalry have routed, and these Eastern Spearmen are going to rout very soon. I see his Royal Cataphract trying to catch my Kimberly Bowwomen, so I pop Pride and Fast Charge and everything real soon, and then catch them as soon as possible. I sent all of my units to try and attack them, and with Pride, even melee units such as Round Shield Swordsmen can be very deadly against even the most armored units such as Royal Cataphracts. As you can see, they've already dropped down by 30 men, and they're already like wavering, and they've started a rout. They're broken. Here I've mopped up the cav battle. Noble Riders plus Night Hunters and everything was really good. This Eastern Cataphract is charging into my Night Hunters, and these guys are pretty susceptible to a charge. One of my Spear Wall is trying to chase off his Eastern Cataphracts. And here he's brought his Parthian Swordsman, and whoops, I keep doing that. Now that my holy wow, that's crazy. Damn. So he's brought his Parthian Swordsman, and I sent my Round Shield Swordsman to attack them. And I also brought a Hex Bear behind to put the curse and everything. But he's brought his Indian War Elephants, and they're trying to flank. And I try to set my units on shield screen as soon as possible, but they don't brace quickly enough, and these guys are just going to trample through them. But my Woden Spear Gen, who is on my right flank, is coming back to support, and I've also got Kimberly Bowwoman, who's about to fire some shots into these guys, into these elephants. Um, so you can see, wow, three or four of them already died. That's because I've got a lot of spear support, and in addition to my bows doing a lot of damage. My spear wall routed, they're very susceptible to charges, and that's why I'm not going to take them in any future anti-Parthian builds. I still think Suebi 2.0 is a very capable anti-Parthian faction. Not the most capable, but definitely a good, it will give them a good run for their money. Here, Germanic scouts are about to charge into Royal Cataphracts and die horribly. But I was just trying to catch them so that I can bring my Night Hunters to finally kill off his gen. I still have a lot of cav left, so I'm going to use the remaining cav to try and attack his archers. Here, he had two remaining Parthian swords because his elephants basically routed all my round shield swordsmen, and they're attacking my spearmen now, and they're going to attack my gen. So I decided to kite them back a little bit, because there's no point in my gen trying to attack these guys head on. I instead keep one of my spearwomen to hold them off, and then bring one of my other spearwomen to attack them from the rear. So it's not looking too great for Grand Champ at this point. He's lost almost all his swordsmen, and these guys are about to get rear charged. So they're not going to do too well. One of them is already wavering, so they're not going to last very long. But the main thing is his cataphracts are almost dead, and now these guys, these Sarmatian horse archers, are about to attack my Kimbri bowwomen actually. So I bring my gen to help support, but these Kimbri bowwomen are actually pretty capable skirmish units in melee themselves, because they have spears for melee. Now, he's also going to get a nice rear charge with his Eastern Katas on my Bodna Spear Gen. And despite the fact that they have expert charge defense, they're still vulnerable to a rear charge. I mean, which unit isn't? But that's not going to be enough, and that's the final unit that I'm about to kill. And yeah, that's the end of this replay. So fun battle, and I I guess this kind of shows that you can make a half decent anti-Parthia counter with Suebi. Few tweaks that I would recommend: I wouldn't bring Spear Wall anymore. I'd just bring more Spear Women. They're the same price, but Spear Women have expert charge defense. So what my reasoning is that if you're going to go against Parthia or Bactria, might as well bring as many expert charge defense units as you can. And luckily for Parthia, they have, I mean, for Suebi, they have a bunch of units with that ability. The Noble Riders have them. Spear Women have them. Wardena Spears have them. So you've got a bunch of options there. I would definitely keep the number of round shield swordsmen that I had, because those units are just really good. And with Headhunt, they're actually very capable units. They definitely need at least a slight price increase in the next patch. I don't think that'll happen, but and I'm happy with them being overpowered for now. Um, these Kimbri Bowwomen did really well too, and they're very capable units, and I'd always bring them in any future Suebi builds, I think. Hexbearers are not meant to be used in melee, but they did quite well. The reason I say that is because there are only 90 of them or 60 of them, whatever. And their most useful ability is the Screech or the Curse to reduce enemy morale. Night Hunters did quite well. These are, again, I don't know if I'd bring as many of these units as maybe just one next time, because again they're very vulnerable to cataphract charges, but they do have the fear ability and they're quite capable against cavalry. So I don't know. Um, Definitely not the spear wall. Maybe the Night Hunters. In terms of his build, he brought an excellent build, and his cataphracts did really well. Despite the fact that I almost killed his gen in the beginning, they still managed to get a bunch of kills. And his Indian War Elephants did really well. He could have won this game if he maybe didn't get sucked in by my Germanic Scout Riders in early game. Um, I think he most likely would have won in that case. But that's what they were for. I brought four of them so that they can trap enemy cavalry and bait them close to my spear line. So I guess they did that function pretty well. Anyways, that's the end of this replay, guys, and hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for more. Peace.